the Jhoan Duran trade, they get two prospects. One of them, Mick Abel, has already pitched, like you said, at the major league level. He had six starts with the Phillies. Last one was like early July. That's probably the worst one he had because he had some control problems and he gave up some homers in that game. He's given up 7 homers in 25 innings, so that's a little concerning. He throws hard, and then like I said, the minor league catching prospect, a guy who you never know in 3 years could be awfully good. Eduardo Tate,
Yes.
those are both those are top 100 prospects according to MLB. They're both, they're both with a number 4 and number 6 in the Phillies organization. So they got good players for him. I think the hard part for me is kind of thinking about Duran being under team control for 2 more years after this and saying, is there any value that's more than 2 1/3 seasons more of Jhoan Duran at a relatively low cost?
Well, I'll tell you, two winters ago, in the winter of between the 2003 and the 23 and 24 seasons, I got booed.
Is this the winter meltdown story?
Yes, I got booed at the winter meltdown by Twins fans when they said what should we look for? What surprising thing should we look for? And I said Twins trade Duran, and I said then, this year he threw 103 miles an hour, 104 miles an hour. Human beings should not do that. The Twins are on borrowed time. And I'll tell you, Duran has been impressive as hell. He shows no signs of the wear and tear. His fastball isn't 104 anymore, but it's still over 100. He's pretty much the pitcher he was then, but I just thought he was a walking Tommy John surgery waiting to happen. So I thought this should maybe happen a couple of years ago. And, now it's someone else's worry. But you're right. There are 2 more years on the contract. He has been good, even with the emergence of Griffin Jax this year. Duran has kind of seized that closer role again. So I certainly understand the Phillies' desire, urgency to get him. As for the players they got, Abel, the pitcher, he has been dominating in AAA this year, and I have no doubt that has blown away scouts at how improved he has seemed and how commanding he must seem now after 5 years in pro ball. He has given up 7 home runs. It's 3 in a 4-inning appearance and 4 in a 3-inning appearance. Yeah. So he's had 2 disastrous starts in the big leagues and 4 pretty good ones. I'll say that right now I'd say he's Zebby Matthews. He's looked really good, and he's had some times where you want to avert your eyes. No one's saying he's Joe Ryan, but I think the Twins think Zebby Matthews will be a pretty good pitcher in another year or 2 at the big league level, and this guy probably fits that mold. And note that they got an 18-year-old catcher 2 days after they got a 19-year-old catcher from the Tigers. They're stocking up on a position that is very hard to project into the big leagues. This guy has a power bat and looks the part, even more so than the guy they got Monday, who that was 2 days ago. You can't expect me to remember his name.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, from the Tigers, which was a little bit more of a flyer. But yeah, I mean, both these guys, you're right. They could be good. I guess ultimately wasn't a surprise when they traded Chris Paddock. Nobody else who's a pending free agent would be a surprise. Were you surprised? I guess let's end here. Were you surprised that they traded someone of the Duran, Jax, or Joe Ryan kind of caliber? I think Ryan would have been the biggest surprise because of how established he is. Like, were you surprised they dealt one of the 2 elite bullpen guys who have the team control still?
I was not surprised that they traded one, because I think they realize even trading what they have is the free agents, the pending free agents, the Willie Castro, Danny Coulombe, Harrison Bader. That's not going to bring back, they'll bring back something, but basically you're going to have to go shop for those guys in another form this winter. Duran or Jax, certainly Ryan, but why would you? Every team is looking for starting pitchers, including the Twins. Why would you ever do that?
Right.
Um, I think it did make sense. It feels like they still have a good starter bullpen to build on for next season. There's still 2 more months of games, but let's not kid ourselves about their importance. So I did think trading one of them. If they trade Griffin Jacks tomorrow, that would surprise me, and that would be a signal that they know something we don't about what's coming up, because they do have a really strong bullpen. It's been the strength of the team this year, and I don't know why they would do any further rebuilding to that.